Hey guys, Dave Neal from Wild Stag Studio here. I just wanted to talk to you today about our favourite camera to use on shoots. So here at Wild Stag Studio, we shoot a lot of different types of video content. Everything from music videos to corporate films to branded content, event filming, stuff like that. The Sony FS7 for us is just a wonderful piece of kit. I was looking to upgrade our camera system, and obviously the big camera on the street is RED. With RED cameras, you get an incredible image, lots of frame rates, raw recording, loads of different types of codecs, incredible color science, but it comes at a cost. Those cameras are incredibly expensive. The entry-level Red Raven I think the package from Apple is about £16,000. I just think, you know, that's great, and if you can afford that and you want those specs and that's the camera for you, then fantastic. But for us, as much as I'd love to own a Red, and one day I hope I will, for the types of projects we had to do, I had to be realistic. I wanted a camera that we could take out in the field. We could go on low budget music video shoots in the middle of the woods or whatever, and we can just take something with us that's rugged, that will just still produce a fantastic image, but also we can just pick up, get ready to go, slap a lens on it, and it's great. I also wanted something in terms of image quality. It could be really cinematic, but it could also be really clean and corporate looking in case we were doing a corporate video, or it was just good for events. You can just put it on, leave it running, and it's good to go. Yeah, it still could be expensive for some people, maybe those of you that are starting to get into video, but for us at the right time, we were hiring out on a lot of shoots, and so much so that I was like, I have to buy this camera. The great thing about it is it's got 10-bit color science, which a lot of these entry-level cameras are actually starting to put in now. And the image that I've got from it, especially with the new color grading tools in Final Cut, which is what I edit in, it's just giving it a whole new lease of life. And the color science compared to my, for example, Sony A6500 is just, the image is fantastic. I love it so much. It can look really cinematic, but it can also look really gritty for like a really edgy, like metal music video or whatever. You know, it's a really versatile camera. So we've got the 10-bit color science, we've also got slow motion. We can shoot 100 frames a second at 1080p, but it also shoots 4K at 25p and 50p for us British shooters. I don't really tend to use any more slow motion than that. Maybe if something's particularly slow, we need like a drink pouring or something, then we might shoot 100 frames, but having that 4K 50 frames at 10-bit, it's just brilliant. We've also got Xlr Input, so I'm recording on the FS7 right now. I can put my Rode NTG straight in there, and it just does the job. It's also got SDI inputs, so you can plug your monitor in, and it's just a more secure connection than just your kind of average HDMI. Also, it's got built-in ND filters, so you're not struggling around with a variable ND, for example, where if you miss your mark on it, sometimes you can get the kind of vignetting and the weird kind of shapes on the screen. Whereas here, you've got them built into the camera, bang, 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 it's great. The weight of the camera is really good if you're going handheld. You know, you don't get those micro jitters you get on a much lighter camera. With the top handle there and your hand underneath, you can go handheld and rugged, but without those kind of little jittery movements that kind of cheapen your image a little. It's got dual card slots, so if you're running an event, not only can you plug it straight into the power and leave it running without a record limit, but you've got the 2 card slots where you can either back them up to one card, or you can keep hot swapping, where you're just swapping in and out with the XQD cards. Yeah, the media is expensive, but it's I think that, you know, we've, touch wood, not had any problems with it, and it seems like it handles the codec really well. We whack a Metabones speed booster on there, and like some of our Canon lenses that we've got, it just kind of blows them out. The 24-105 becomes an f2.8. We also love the Sigma R18-35, as everyone does, and that on the speed booster is great. So for Wild Stag, it just suits our needs perfectly. I just want to say that this video is not sponsored in any way. I wish we were sponsored by Sony and they'd give us loads of free stuff, but it's just not sponsored. I just wanted to tell people how, you know, at a camera about £5,000 £1,000. I think you can get them secondhand a little bit cheaper. Seems like a lot of money to those new people, but in the grand scheme of things, if you're looking at a Red Raven, for example, you know, this has got quite a few more features. You don't have to bolt on, it's all ready to shoot. And it suits a documentary style, a corporate style, branded content, you know, it's just brilliant. So just to sum up, just love this camera with the frame rates, the codecs, you know, shooting 4K, the NDs, everything, the Xlr inputs. It's just a great camera. Let us know in the comment section below whether you agree or disagree, and what your favorite camera is to shoot with. Also, subscribe to the channel and get updates when we post new videos. Thanks a lot, guys, and happy shooting.